Righty then. Alrighty then. My little dog always has to get in on the action. Eh? Always involved. Can everyone hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Is it coming through? It seems as though it's coming through from what I can see. A couple of you guys already coming into the chat box, as they call it. Thank you very much for joining early doors. Much appreciated. Good evening to Michael, or Something Shorter Studios, and Wilson the Family Jeweler. Thank you for jumping in early. I hope you're both well. How are you doing, my friends? Building Lego with your boy. Nice. Always good to get him involved in something like that early. Hopefully that will transition into some Warhammer. So there we are. 2 seconds. I'm just going to go grab my drink from the next room, and then we shall get started. So 2 seconds. I am back now. Silly schoolboy error that was, to forget me drink. Otherwise I would have been gasping during the old stream. And there we go. I think that's all loaded up properly now. Make sure you guys, yeah, it says the audio is coming through, so hopefully it is. There we go. Cool. Right. We're doing a Sunday stream for a change. I think Sunday streams were what I used to do every week, actually, when the channel first started a few months ago. I do apologise for the noise this is about to make. So, yeah. Been quite busy this weekend, to be honest with you. Hence why we didn't stream on Friday or Saturday like we have done more recently. And I haven't had a chance to work on any videos of late either, between being ill last weekend and then busy with work and then busy this weekend with family stuff. I haven't had as much time to do videos, but from next week onward, starting from tomorrow, I should... Oh God, paintbrushes everywhere. In theory, I should have more free time to edit some videos during the week so they can get uploaded. And yeah, there's a few videos I'm working on at the moment. I've just finished reading the first book in the Horus Heresy series, Horus Rising. So I'm going to be doing a video on that, like my thoughts, my feelings, all that good stuff. I've also got a video that I'm in the process of editing, which is the sponging video. As in this, when we sponged a Space Marine So I want to get that video out at some point, and then I need to work out what video I'm going to do a reaction to next. I haven't quite decided. I want to do another reaction video, but I probably want to do that second or last out of the 3 I've just mentioned there. Oh, lovely. We've got some stringiness in this pot. Can you see that? Look at that. So yeah, so we've got some good plans coming up. We still got to start the Chaplain series that I mentioned a while back. I still want to get that sorted at some point as well. So yeah, there's quite a lot in the works. Quite a lot in the works. Yeah, Easter was pretty good, actually. Apart from being a tad ill during the Easter break, kids had a nice time. Mrs. had a nice time. How about you? Was your Easter good? That's air getting into the pot. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. This is one of the reasons why I'm looking to move away from GW at some point soon, actually. Because I quite like their paints. They're nice. But I've watched a lot of videos now where a lot of people have used different paints historically. And then whilst a lot of people do use Games Workshop paints, or should I say Warhammer paints as they call it now, yeah, I just want to try something else. I might end up coming back to Citadel for all I know. I might not like. I want to try Army Painter next. Yeah, I might not end up liking the other paints. And I might end up coming back. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't realise you'd been ill as well. Did it catch the whole family, did it? It's horrible when it goes through the whole house. Nothing you can do about it. Just got to suck it up. Which is really annoying. Fortunately, my family didn't catch what I had. Well, I had a migraine, like a really bad migraine. So we're kind of hoping that it was just an isolated thing with me having a migraine as such, as opposed to it being like a full-blown cold flu type thing that works its way through the house. Which is quite nice because they, like I said, they never got ill. One at a time, no less. I suppose in a way that might be a better thing, because there's nothing worse than, like, when you're all ill at the same time, but then obviously you still need to like do your normal day-to-day stuff, and when all of you are ill at the same time, it feels like that stuff becomes impossible to do. At least that way, if one of you is ill, you can sort of take turns at doing the house stuff or looking after the kids. Still sucks though, regardless of how it happens. Yeah, work was tough this week, man. I felt it big time. Big time felt it. Still tired now, to be honest with you. It's weird. Gotta be really careful. I keep accidentally getting paint in the base of the bloody brush. I don't want to do that. There we go. I'm painting all of this silver or lead belcher, and I'm going to be painting some of it black. So I don't know why I'm painting it all the way I'm painting it right now. But it is what it is. What's everyone working on at the moment? I know, Mike, I know you're working on some horses, aren't you? I think it was. I saw in the Discord. Are they Age of Sigmar? I think you posted them in the Age of Sigmar channel, didn't you? Pretty sure you did. What army are they part of? My knowledge on Warhammer 40K is limited. My knowledge on Warhammer Age of Sigmar is even more so. In terms of like factions and that kind of thing. It's a good start though, they look pretty cool. I think most of the silver that I needed to go over on this is pretty much done, to be honest with you. There wasn't much. I have to say, out of all of the Necron units I've painted so far, and I know I've only just started on this one in terms of the base, this is the one I've looked forward to the least in terms of the process. Hopefully I'm pleasantly surprised and my mind is changed, but in terms of how I've had to go about painting it, yeah, I've just not enjoyed it. I don't know why. Not sure why I haven't. Just haven't. Dun dun. I don't know if it's because I'm getting bored of painting Necrons or because I want more of a challenge, or because it's just this particular unit. I don't know. I can't really say. It's a difficult one. I think, as far as I'm aware, I'm quite happy with that at the moment. Just a little bit in that corner there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go down the route of this is. I know that everyone does Warhammer differently, but I don't know if I'm going to be more of what you call an army painter or a one and done painter, as in like I'll paint a unit once and then I'm done with it, or if I'm going to go down the route of maybe painting individual, more unique pieces. I don't know. I don't know what it is that I enjoy the most at the moment, because I've enjoyed painting everything once. It's a difficult one. Well, I think that is done for now. And my Discord, I don't know. How are we doing, Frankie, my friend? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're well. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, right, okay. I thought someone was messaging me like mad on Discord then, but it's not. Yeah, how are we doing? What you up to this evening? What are you working on, if anything? Let me know. Just going to put that out of sight now, so that we can tidy this up a little bit from the last stream. And funnily enough, the last time I streamed was the weekend on the Thursday before the before Easter, and then the following day is when I fell ill. So yeah, I haven't touched these since then. Outerzone, how we doing, my friend? Thank you for jumping into the stream. I hope you're well. What are you up to this evening? Are you chilling? Are you working on some models? Are you doing something else, maybe? I know Mike's up to helping his son out with Legos, which is cool. What's everyone else up to this evening? Let me know in the old chat box, Roonies. Yeah, just touching this up now, really, ready for the next stage, I suppose. This shouldn't take too long. Necrons I've found to be quite straightforward in the grand scheme of things. What have we got here then? Oh, just getting the dishes done, and then you're working on your jump pack captain. Nice. Nice. I thought you said chaplain then. I nearly got almost doubly excited. We're building a burger truck. Nice. Is it one of the Fortnite ones? Because if it is, I think my youngest has got that one as well. Finished your foot, Captain. Put it on Discord in a minute. Nice. Yeah, share it on the old Discord. You know what I'm like. I love to see how everyone's getting on. There's a few pieces here that I just need to touch up. There we go. See, there's just these little edges. I'm accidentally touching some of the black that I put on previously, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Can always go back over it with some more black. Shouldn't be too difficult. If I remember rightly, it was just under there. Don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's just that, you know, the little Necron logo, the bottom of it. Just needed a little touch up. There we go. I think I got it nice. I did. Happy days. Dum dum dum. Yeah, there wasn't much left to do on this, silver-wise. Lego City one. Cool. Slept in a funny position on Friday. My neck has been killing me. Oh, no way. It's nothing worse than that. You know, when you wake up with like a crooked neck, like you've been in a car accident or something. It's horrible. So very little painting for me this weekend. Just a couple of practice Space Marine heads. Nice. Oh, when you say practice, do you mean as in like you're doing the skin and the faces and stuff? Because that is something. Oh yeah, you've just mentioned there. Been a while since I painted a face. Yep. That's something that I'm yet to do. So I'm looking forward to that. Or should I say, looking forward to it's probably the wrong word. Or the wrong words even. nervous. It's probably a better way to put it, because I've seen how good some people are at painting faces, and I've also seen how bad some faces can come out as well, especially the eyes. The eyes can always be a funny one. Oh, just put my finger in where I've painted. That's clever. I'm not so fussed if I touch this black wire, because I'm going to be painting it white before painting it green. Got a nice Chaplain work in process. You'll post that as well. Now you got me smiling. Anything Chaplain related. How many of you guys in chat watching right now, because I don't want to say anything if you haven't read it, but you plan to. I don't want to spoil it for you, but how many have read Horus Rising? And is anyone planning to read Horus Rising for that matter? Yeah, eyes are really tough. Yeah, I know, man. Well, I say I know as if I've done it before. I haven't, but I know as in I've watched plenty of videos and seen plenty of videos and read plenty of stuff online to know that people don't particularly enjoy painting eyes. Yeah, so has anyone read or reading or going to read Horus Rising? Michael's read it. Nice. Nice. I'm asking because I literally finished it on, I want to say, Friday. Yeah, Friday night, I want to say. Alderzone's read it as well. Nice. There we are. Yeah, I just didn't want to discuss it with everyone in chat if people were planning to read it, and then I'm going to spoil it for them. I've got the next book already as well, and I'm caught in two minds at the moment whether to do the obvious thing, which is read that one next, or start on something else. I'm most likely going to go on to the next one, to be honest with you, because I've got the Dark Imperium trilogy. I've got the 2 Necron books, which is the Infinite and Divine, and I want to say the Twice Dead King Omnibus. I've also got the Eisenhorn Omnibus as well. And then the next 2, so the second and third book in the Horus Heresy series. I think I'm close to 20 books. Fair play. And did you read them all in order? Because I was watching some stuff recently where they were saying that there's because there's 50 odd books, isn't there, for the Horus Heresy series? Excuse me. And some people were saying that if you just want to understand the actual Horus Heresy itself, there are certain books that you can sort of cherry pick, so to speak, and then there are other books that are sort of they're in the Horus Heresy, but they sort of go off on their own sort of side quest, so to speak. You don't have to read them. You're not going to miss out on the core of what the Horus Heresy is about if you don't read certain books, if that makes sense. Or am I just talking utter rubbish? Dun, dun. That's true of the entirety of Horus Heresy. You need a handful for any given subject, not all 200. Yeah, I thought that was the case, because I don't think I'm going to read all, not to start with at least. I'm not going to read all of them in the series. I think I'm going to, after I've got through the next 3, I need to work out which ones are best to read next. I think I'm definitely going to go down the route of cherry picking. because there's so many books that I want to read. And there aren't enough hours in the day or week. Yeah, it's just working out which one's which now, isn't it? There's plenty of YouTube videos online that tell you which ones you need to read. I think that is it. In terms of the bits I needed to touch up. You know, I could paint in here, but you're not really going to be able to see any of that once it's glued together. Let's give it a little paint anyway, just in case, I suppose. Because I'm not going to be able to reach it once it's glued. There we go. But I think, apart from some black that I now need to add to the couple of areas, I think that guy, from a lead belcher point of view, is done. Which is nice. What's the matter? Lost your toy. Here you go. My dog lost her toy. Fourth one is directly after the third one. Someone post the chart in Discord. There's a chart, is there? Ah, see? This is exactly why I need you guys. Not just for painting and building. It's also for the books and the lore as well as everything else. A chart would be very, very useful. Dun, dun, dun. Just washing my brush. In case anyone's wondering. As I'm washing my brush, you know, guys, by now, like the stream, please. Get it out there in front of new people. Always appreciate a cheeky little like. And if there is anyone new watching, feel free to subscribe and turn the notification bell button on. Check out our Discord, which is free to join as well. Really helpful community. And if you're feeling extra nice, we've also got Patreon as well. There's a link to that in the description. And that just helps fund future projects. We've got I think we've got 9 members now on Patreon, which is quite nice. I'll be shouting all of those out in the next video as well at the end. But yeah, all the links for that stuff's in the description. Discord, Patreon, chuck a like down there. Chuck a subscribe as well. And check out what you want to check out. Just this brush doesn't seem to want to clean. What's going on? Lead belcher stuck right in there. Huh. There we go. That was odd. It wouldn't come out then. Stuck right in there. It's a flow chart that breaks down all the books in chronological order as well as color coding by subject material. Ha! It's a spider web of a mess. So it's not just, it doesn't just include Horus Heresy then, is it? Does it include all the other 500 plus books that Black Library have released? Because that really would be a spider web of madness then, wouldn't it? Right, let's get the old Abaddon Black out. Why do you want my attention? Have you been to the toilet and you want a treat? Is that what it is? Or you just want to show your face on stream? Yeah, you got more fans than anyone else online? Is that it? Only dogs? Only pups? Yeah. Alright, let's move that out of the way. You just want to be on screen, didn't you? You just want to be on camera. Alright, let me get the old Abaddon Black out now. So, give this a shake. Are you trying to get my attention because you want another treat? Is that what it is? Is this what you want? Here you go. Right, 2 secs, guys. 2 secs. No. You've had treats. No treats. Nice try. No. The dog's trying to get treats out of me. Still toilet training her at the moment. Right. Good sir, do you use brushes for metallic paints and regular ones? Yes, I do. I'm new to the hobby. I've only got a handful of brushes, so I use the same synthetic brush, which is this one, to do my metallics and also my regular paints. Is that something I shouldn't be doing? What would you say? And also, I don't think I recognise you from previous streams, so welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Michael, it's a JPEG, so I don't know how legitimate it'll be, but I dropped it in the Discord. Oh, nice. I'll have a look at that in just a moment then, because if there's anything that could help me with what to do next with the books, that would be very handy, because the ones I've got at the moment were like the ones... There were quite a few different books that were recommended to me to start reading, but then after that, it's kind of like you've got to find your own way. So, right, stop now. Dog's biting my hand like mad. Right, down. No. Right. Let's get the old Abaddon Black out. Let's have a look. Hopefully this one isn't as stringy as the last. We can just fill in some of those black gaps that we missed on the last one, which will be quite nice. There's not much black to do. Or at least there shouldn't be. And then we've got to water this bad boy down as well. And there we go. Okay. Let's move on to the black bits, which I believe are here. Yeah, in the last stream, there were a few bits that I painted silver, or should I say lead belcher, that I shouldn't have done. Not that it matters, because I would have had to have painted this black anyway, rather than just leave it the primer black. But I'm hoping it doesn't mean that the paint looks too thick after I've applied it, you know? That was my only fear, potentially, but it looks like it's going on okay, which is nice. There's not much we need to put black, just a few bits. I didn't know that about metallic paints and pigments, Michael. That's a good point. So should I get separate brushes, do you think? Because the brushes I'm using at the moment are dirt cheap, mine. They're like basically about £1.50. And I could easily have one for regular paint and one for metallic. That wouldn't be an issue at all. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. I just read the second part of your comment now. Okay, I actually didn't know that. So, in terms of brushes then, it's up to personal preference and habits. Okay. It's good for me to test though, I suppose. But I didn't know that. I had no idea. It's good to know these things. It's the first I'm hearing of it. Then I've learnt something new. There we are. I've learnt something new as well, which is what this is all about, really. I don't want these streams to just be about me painting. You know, I want people to come along and learn as well as myself, being as new as I am. Okay, so that's nice and black. There's a little bit in there that I missed. There we go. Lovely jubbly. If you don't change your rinse water often, every 2 or 3 brush rinses, if you're a fast painter, a dedicated metallic brush is worth it. I'll probably just pick one up to give it a go then, just to see what it's like, you know. Why is it so... Okay. Dum dum dum. Oh, okay. I try not to use my Kolinsky with metallics, but plenty of people do. Most brushes could use a proper clean once in a while. Yeah, I need to pick up some brush cleaning stuff for sure. I've seen that stuff. I can't remember. I posted it in the Useful Products channel on Discord a while back. And Mike, I know you use it. It's that brush soap stuff. Can't remember what it's called now, but it seems very widely used, especially for cleaning brushes. So I want to give that a go, definitely. Even if it's just for my synthetic brushes, you know. There was something else I wanted to paint black on here. Was it something else? I don't think there was. I've accidentally got a load of black on the silver that I didn't want to touch, which is always fun. I'm going to paint this black as well, actually. Why not? Oh, lovely. Shrimpus, how are we doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Painting is going well. How are you? And what are you working on at the moment, my friend? I will get around to your comments in just a second, guys. I just want to finish this tale, if you want to call it that. God. There we go. Right, okay. Let's get round to comments. Yep, brush soap. That's the one. Yeah, I do want to pick some up at some point. I know it costs somewhere between 10 and 15 quid for a tub in the UK. And from those that have used it, including yourself, Michael, it lasts years and years and years and years. And if you just do it after every session, then, you know, it's not perfect, but it's gonna massively help with the maintenance of the brushes. Yeah, exactly. Doubles the life of cheap brushes for very, very little effort. Exactly that. Very well, Fans. In Greece right now and about to go to bed. Nice. Are you over there on holiday or for work or for something else? What's the... Got to get up early. Yeah, completely appreciate that. Completely appreciate that. So, yeah, as always, guys, as before we move on to the next piece, do make sure you drop a like on the stream, please. Much appreciated if you do. And subscribe if you're new around here as well. That's also much appreciated. I'm just going to get some black on this other bit. I'm pretty sure I saw some lead belcher on this in somewhere it shouldn't have been. Or am I being silly? I think I'm being silly. Lovely. Lovely. Only on holiday for a week. Nice so far. Oh, lovely. What's the weather like out there at the minute? How hot is it? Is it good? Like 35, 40? Maybe a bit more? Degrees, that is. Okay, let's clean up some of these mistakes I made earlier. There's only a couple. They're only very small mistakes as well. It's just me being silly. Okay. Was there a bit there? Where was it now? There was somewhere else that I massively painted over on one of the joints, I think it was. Swear I did. Because I even said at the time I need to go back and correct that. I can't see it. I'm adamant that I did. Is it in there? Is it in there? Not there. Oh. Very nice. Okay. We look good to go on this then, guys. To the next steps, I think. Finally. Right, let's get this washed off. Any painting tips? I can try and give you some painting tips, but I'm very new to this. But I can try my best, Max. If you want to get some painting tip questions in the chat, if I can't answer, then someone in chat will definitely be able to answer and help. I want to give my Necrons more depth instead of all bronze. I am at the moment painting a Necron army, funnily enough. Right, down please. My dog's scratching my face. The way I'm giving it a bit more depth is I'm painting it lead belcher. Then I'm painting it with some reclaimed flesh shade. But then I'm also doing dry brushing as well before applying the shade and after applying the shade. So that will make a massive difference. These are tips that I've picked up from people in the chat who are part of our Discord. I've only been doing this a couple of months though, so those are some of the very few tips that I've picked up. So if you want some better answers, there are definitely some guys in chat that are more well equipped than I am to help you on that one. So it looks like you've already got. How does one dry brush? Okay. Does someone want to pick this up for me in chat? I do have a video on the channel. Chaplain, we doing a dry brush step tonight? Yes, we are going to be doing some dry brushing tonight. There is also a video on the channel of me painting a Scorpec Destroyer where I go step by step on how I've been taught to dry brush. If you want to watch that. Or alternatively, you can stick around tonight to watch some dry brushing. So I'm just making sure now on the Necron that there aren't any areas that we've missed with the lead belcher. Yeah, he saves me typing it out again. Yeah, like I said, there's two options. You can either watch the video of me painting the Scorpec Destroyers. It's not a long video, it's quite short. I think it's like 12 minutes. And that's a step-by-step on how we add the depth. Or you can hang around and we can do some on this bad boy. So speaking of which, I just need to check my picture reference on what we can do with the gun. Because it is predominantly black. It is predominantly black. I think the gun, from the dry brushing that we've done, looks pretty good actually. Looks pretty goddamn good. So next step is we are going to apply some try highlighting with darker blues for a nice effect. That's another good step. I haven't personally tried that myself because I haven't done any highlighting as of yet, but I do want to learn and get around to it at some point. Yes, Michael did put a step-by-step guide on the Discord as well. So I'm not sure, Max, I'm not sure if you're part of the Discord or if you've subscribed to the channel. But it is on the Discord, which is completely free to join. If you did want to have a look at that at some point, it is on there. I'm sure there's a search function on Discord, is there not? Okay. All right, I need to get my rubbish brush out a sec so that I can put some Reekland Flesh Shade on this bad boy. And then some Nuln Oil as well. And then after that, we can do some dry brushing. Do I need my... Yes, I do. I'm just going to grab my brush from there. I'll check it out. Thanks for the help. No, not a problem. We would have been more... It would have been easier to explain. oh, that's probably the wrong words to use. It's not so straightforward to explain, but there is literally a video on the channel which gives you a step-by-step, especially if you're doing Necrons, step-by-step on how I painted my Scorpic Destroyers, and it does include the dry brushing process that we went through. But I just need to grab my big brush a sec that I forgot that I needed. Right, okay. Here we go. I've got my big brush so that I can get it nice and wet, ready for when we put the Reclin Fresh Shade and non-oil on. Very nice. All right, where is my... Okay. Let's have a look here. Good trick for shading is to use slightly diluted contrast paints instead of washes. For example, using Basquilan, I can't pronounce that word, grey, instead of Nuln oil. I'm also hopping on the computer to see if I can repost it for your ease, Max. Oh, nice. Absolute legend. Kajon, how are we doing, my friend? Thank you for coming along. I hope you're well. I hope all is good for you. What are you up to this evening, my friend? Okay. Okay. Let's do this one first. Okay. Ah, It's a Trap on Discord. I didn't realise. This is now news to me. I thought there were two different people. Just finishing off the destroyers, huh? Yeah, that's the plan. We've got this little cheeky destroyer to finish off. And then we're going to probably at some point paint a Tyranid. I'm not sure if it will be this evening. Oh, I forgot to give it a shake. I need my other brush for this. Where is it? Nope, not that one. There we are. Okay. So let's have a little look. Getting some of the old Reekland on there. And if I remember rightly, it's these bits that are the Reekland. Putting it on quite thick. I will get around to reading the chat in just a moment, guys. I'm not ignoring anyone. Just making sure this is all nice and thick, which is what I've been told to do based on the videos that I've watched. And then when we dry brush, there we go, look at that, lovely. Very nice. Okay. Oh. Okay. Nearly done with the flesh shade. Ta-da! Right, okay, let's put that upside down. It was buried in general chat, so just reposted it. Oh, nice. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Okay, now, whilst we wait for that to dry on there, we are going to get the rest of the flesh shade on this bad boy as well. Bum, 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 bum. The rust look, if you want to call it that, won't look as thick once we do the dry brushing. But I'd rather get it on thick now so that it looks better for when we do dry brush. Because we don't want to lose all those details. See? There we go, nearly done with this already. And then, from what I saw as well, the Nuln oil will go on the base, the body. I just think I caught eye of your suggestion there, Michael, and I think that's a cracking idea, actually. Yeah. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Just read the comment properly. Absolutely great idea. Would be really good for people, that, wouldn't it? Who have these type of questions. If Win isn't around, once I finish the stream, I will get that channel made. Because that is a very good idea. Dum dum dum. There we are. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. And look, to some people, it might look like the Reikland flesh shade has been applied quite thickly. Trust me on this one, it is not. When we apply the dry brushing later, once all this is dried, it will look way, way, way better. It will look much, much better, trust me. Because I can see it on screen now. It looks like so much brown has been dropped on the model. I'm just looking at it on the screen, and it looks rather brown, doesn't it? It looks rather rusty. Yeah, exactly, Elderzone. Trust the process. That's exactly it. But if we have a look at that piece there, for example, this looks quite brown as well. Not as brown as the other piece. But what we're going to do now, from what I've seen online, this bit here, they use Nuln Oil on, which was quite surprising. Just gained an accent then, speaking. Not related to the current topic of conversation, but I've been working on a Lieutenant Titus model. Nice! Mate, I've got a Captain Titus model, so I'm all ears for this. From the... that's the thing I was referencing the other day, the character encyclopedia. Yes, please do repost it. You'll be in the camera. No. Go on. No. No. I can't, I'm busy. No, I'm busy, Sam. I'm doing this. Just pop over. Cover your face. Oh yeah. Shrimpus, I would love to see that model when you're done. I really would. Ignore my missus in the background. She's a bit shy. If you can see her in the corner now, grabbing some stuff from the cabinet. In her pyjamas. But yes, I do want to see that because I've got my own Titus yet to make and paint. So, excuse me. I'm trying to keep this bloody Nuln Oil open. Which won't. Right, I'm going to put a sponge there to stop it. Haha. Right. Time to Nuln Oil the S out of this. Does anyone know if that... does anyone know, sorry, if the Lieutenant Titus from that encyclopedia is still available? Because I'd love to have it. Oh, ignore my dog. It's all going on at the same time, as always, as they say. I think there's someone at my door, maybe. That's why the dog's going so crazy. So ignore the doggo. Right, now we need to get some of that paint out of here. There we go. And then when we dry brush this bad boy, a lot of this will look fine. So don't panic. It's already starting to settle quite nicely on there anyway, that you can see. Trust the process. Oh God. My dog's going nuts. People just walking past the door, so apologies. There we go. Now we wait for it to dry. Okay, let's have a look. Bum 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 bum. Got to get one of those inflatable Trex costumes. That way, whenever the white football needs to, they can freely do. That's a good shout. That is. That's made me laugh. Okay, work in progress and finished posted. Back to some dishes. There we are. Let's have a look at those in Discord now. Let's have a look. Darkside Diaz. Nice. Oh, you cut off the jaws. That looks cool, man. That looks really cool. Nice. Looking really tidy. That is one very good looking face there, Outerzone, as well. I'm still absolutely popping my pants. Oh, you've gone Dynasty specific, I see, which is nice. Very nice. Yeah, they look really cool without the jaws. Never thought about doing something like that before. That looks really cool. Oh my god. That Chaplain looks unreal. That's the Chaplain that you can only get part of that, not Heroes. There's a set at the moment. It costs like 110 quid. It comes with this Chaplain and the Judicaire, or however the hell you bloody say it. And I really want it. I really want this Chaplain. And now you posting it in the Discord has made me want it even more. Looks really freaking cool, man. And is that a Stormcast? Or Foot Captain, as in, I want to say Blood Angels. Yes, Blood Angels. It looks sick. I think everyone's just rinsing me in chat now. Found a really good tutorial online for Captain Titus model. Might be a bit... Oh, yeah, post it in the Discord, Shrimpus, if you found a guide. Yeah, that's what the Discord's all about, is people sharing stuff like that. So, especially if it's going to be handy, yeah, get it in the Discord, as they say. Same here, buddy. Faces scare me like no tomorrow, yeah. At least we can both be scared together, and we can share pictures of either how good or how bad we are in the Discord once we get around to actually doing it. I don't think my rinser should smell like a pier. I'm going to go... yes. Definitely go get that sorted, Michael. That doesn't sound good. Oh, you think you can still get the character encyclopedia? I think it's like 25 quid. 20... It's somewhere between 20 and 30 quid. Something like that. But being the Space Marine Titus fan that I am, I just really want it. I really, 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 really do want it. Right. Just drying off some of my brushes so that we can move on to the next step. Make sure I close my Nuln Oil. I don't want to be one of those memes online where I've got a desk full of Nuln Oil. Oh no, not me. Get this bad boy covered back up. This is my rubbish brush, so I'm not so fussed on that one. Okay, now we are going to need to do some dry brushing, I believe. Is it dry, though? That is the question. And before anyone says anything, I know there are some parts on the model that haven't been painted yet. I've done that on purpose. Okay, let me just check my reference. It's going to happen just a bit, yeah. Killing an Alnoy is the rite of passage. We have to take our turn. and clean it up. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for my turn. I'm really not ready for it. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, still not dry yet. Still pooling in places. We'll get rid of that with a dry brush, don't worry. Dum, 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 dum. Okay, where are we? Okay, we will need to... I need to darken down the base of the model a bit more. When I look at this picture, it's got like a browner, much more brown, not like a bronzy tinge, but more like a dark brown tinge to it. I might dry brush some brown on the body, as in this. Doesn't look dark enough to me. These bits look okay from the model, the reference I'm looking at. I just need to darken down these panels, really. More of a brown tinge. Where are we now? Pro tip: don't test if it's dry with your finger. I found out the hard way having I nearly just done that. I was very close to having a fingerprint on my. It was a bit wet. I think if it had been any wetter, it probably would have been a fingerprint, mind. You can absolutely tint with washes. Just give it extra dry time before coat 2. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't have glazes, or I don't know how to make them for that matter. I know you can make glazes, but if I do it with a wash, I can do it with another Nuln Oil pass on the panels. That is. Tell you what, because I'm not actually going to be dry brushing the gun, because it's already been dry brushed to pretty much where I want it. We can start working on the details of the gun whilst we wait for the shades to dry. But I just need to have a quick look now. So we need to get white. Need to get a bit of white, basically. So right, that's why you need the extra time to dry. Right, gotcha. Okay, we'll leave that dry for a bit longer then. And in the meantime, we will start with these white balls on the gun. And we will get our nicer brush for that. See how we get on. Started using contrast medium and absolutely love it, by the way. Haha. Not contrast. I don't have contrast. I got some of this. Is it Larman medium? For transfers and stuff? I'm sure it's not just for transfers. There we go. We've got our white paint on the old palette. Let's thin that down a little bit with some water. Before we attack these little white balls. That's for decals, no? Yes, I think that is, yeah. Decals, transfers, they're the same thing, aren't they? Please tell me they are. Oh, you can make glazes with that. I did wonder. I thought I'd seen videos where glazes had been made. That's why I asked, because I wasn't 100% sure. Glazing is just layers that are so thin, they're almost transparent. It's like making layers with dirty paint water. It's so thin. Okay. Larman medium has 100 uses. I meant, I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Oh, levels of concentration here, huh? Haha. So far, so good. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Okay. But you can make contrast paint glazes with contrast medium. The cloak on my foot captain was glazed. Okay. Shrimpus, good night, mate. Thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday as well. Not jealous at all. But yeah, enjoy, my friend, and thanks for stopping by, even though you're away on holidays. It's really, really nice. Sorry, I'm not ignoring chat. I am going to get back to it now. Just want to make sure these are done nicely. Okay, cool. Woof! That was fun. I've now got to paint. Nice. At least it's clean now, though, Mike. Huh? That's the most important thing. Right. Okay. Very nice. Now I need to paint this epoxy wire clean. Nice. That's quite the job you've had there by the sounds of it. Lovely. Oof. My hands are shaking and everything. Get a nice thick white on this now so that we can paint it green. And that way it should glow nicely. That's the plan anyway. Okay. Oh, this is awkward, isn't it? Oh, this is fiddly. Aha. Oof, I did not enjoy doing that bit. That bit was fiddly as. I am going to have to go back over some of this with silver, because I have made a right mess of right next to where the silver is. But in terms of covering it for the black, it's quite nice. Haha. Look at that. Nice. And we've got the balls there as well, which are nice. Very tidy indeed. So we're going to have to wait for that to dry now before we can put the green on. We are going to do some white on the eyes as well here, but I'm going to wait for this to dry first, which I think it is. It feels dry. It does. It's dry. Lovely. Right. Let's clean this off. Clean, clean, clean. Cleany, cleany, cleany. Okay. Not fully epoxy clean again. It looks clean enough to me. Right. Let's put that down. Distracted by the boy. Fair. That's all good. It is all good. So, let's have a little feel of this. It feels dry, but we're going to leave it a little bit longer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mix some lead belcher with some Corax white to get that Iron Warriors type look. Paint wise, that is. So, in order to do that, I am going to get my bad brush. Okay. Right, we just need a drop of white. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Get that nicely mixed. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay. Clean that off. And then get ready for some dry brushing. Now, Mike, can you remind me very quickly? I know you've typed it out on... Oh, actually... Let me just have a quick look at Discord to make sure I don't need to do anything before. Wow. Nice. Am I being stupid? Dry brushing, just found it. Grab damp paper towel, dip tip of your dry brush into water, dry the brush off on a damp paper towel. This will leave perfect amount of moisture on the brush for dry brushing. Dab a brush into paint, remove most of the paint on the damp paper towel. When almost no paint left, double check against hand. Right, cool. Right, yeah, there we are. We are good. There we are. I was about to ask you, Mike, for your what's his face? Your help, and then I realised you just posted it in the chat. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that out the way as well. Keep a tidy station. Keep a tidy station, you know. Where is my... There it is. And there is also my paper towel, which is also damp. Let's get this paper towel nice and damp. Okay, we have got a nice damp paper towel. All right, there. Okay. Okay, that's nice and damp. Yeah, no worries. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. It's all good. Just going to do some dry brushing. That's all, Mike. Just getting that prepared now. Okay. Dry brush it in. There we are. It's toned down everything real nice. Real nice, as you can see. And then we're going to do the same with this. Let's get that on there. So we've got some more. Just dry brushing. That's all we've been doing, Mike. Not missed much. Just a little bit of the old dry brushing. One direction, not a lot of pressure. I think we're good. Toned down things quite a bit. Quite nicely, I think. Very nice. Lovely. I hope Max is still here. Oh, let's get that out of the way so it's not focused on the wrong thing. Good shout. Good shout. Well, I think we're pretty much done with the dry brushing, to be honest with you. Yeah, it looks like we're pretty much done. Now we can start focusing on the other details. Yeah. Definitely want to add another, what's his face now, to the, another Null Oil. Great Worm book. You're getting better at how much paint is needed to dry brushing. See, slowly but surely getting there, Michael. Yeah, I think give it a few more times, another like 5 to 10 times of doing it, and I'll have properly got the hang of it then. You know? Just need to get this dry brush dry. There we go. Lovely. Nice and dry now. Okay, so with details, let's get this bad boy back in frame so we can put a final Null Oil on it. And then I want to brush it with some... Oh no, I missed that area there. What am I doing? No! I have to come back to that. Right. Null Oil. Null. Where are we? Yeah, I definitely need to pick up some more bits. I didn't realise a towel sounds like a good idea though. Sounds like the obvious idea that I should have thought of really. Right, where's my starter brush? There it is. Put that over there and ready for a second coat of Nuln to really darken it down. Nice, that's better. Nice and dark. Very nice and dark. Lovely. It's just what I wanted. Nice and dark. Yeah, and the one thing I forgot to do earlier with the null oil was, let's get that out of shot so there's focus, is this. As long as I don't get green on it, I should be fine. Lovely. Look at that. Okay. We're getting there. That's not a bad idea, Mike, actually. I don't think I've got anything like that laying around. Although it would be very handy to have. I just can't wait to have a dedicated space, to be honest with you. I think that's what I'm looking forward to most. And then I can start adding these little additions in eventually, you know. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, God. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, God. I've got the sneezes. Oh, I was reading your comment then. My nose started itching. I'd hit the whole gun with another light dry brush once it dries, just so ties it. Yeah. What colour should I go with? Like the same as everything else, like the grey? It would seem like the most sensible choice. Oh, I've got some non-oil on my my little sponge here. Dum 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 da dum. Right, now that I've done the dry brush, I can go back in with some of the white. No. Yes. Oh no, hold on. I've got to paint. I've got to paint that little panel on his head black. Yep, I've got to paint it black. Hold on, where's Abaddon? No, I've got some on my wet palette. What am I on about? Jesus Christ, it's all going on. Oh, meal prepping for next week. Yeah, I done all mine earlier. Or should I say the missus done it all earlier. She got everything sorted for me at about 4 o'clock. Darkest metal you got? Darkest metal that I've got. Do you? Do I what? I'm confused now. There we go. Woof. Oh no. There we are. I'm going to have to dry brush that now. I'm getting paint all over me. I'm touching areas I shouldn't be touching. It's the Nuln Oil. Silly me on the gun. What am I doing? What's the matter? What's the matter? Yeah, sorry, Mike. I didn't understand your question with regards to darkest metal you got, do you? It's either a question that's for someone else or I'm just being really stupid. And it's probably me being really stupid. If I had to put a bet on it. Oh no, I've just got Nuln Oil all over the... this is what happens when you don't pay attention. I've just got it all over the white strip that I painted earlier. Ay, ay, ay. Silly me. Oh, do I have to paint the face a bit black? Yeah, just this little bit here. I need to dry brush it as well. It's only because of this picture that I'm following on the Warhammer website. That's all it is. Just like part of it there. But I need to dry brush. And then I need to do little dots on the eyes. Why isn't that focusing properly? There's nothing else in sight. Is that better? I don't know if that's better. Maybe. Maybe not. It's very dark. Maybe. I'm going to have to leave that dry for a sec. I'll have a sip of the old drinkaroonies. Yeah, I just don't... to the tune Let It Go, yeah. I just don't know what it is about this model. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know why. No idea why. I feel like I need to Nuln Oil some of these black bits as well to just tone them down. Almost done, yeah. Not much left to do now. Not much left to do at all. Tell you what, whilst we are waiting, I need to get some more white on. I just messed that bit up by putting my finger in Nuln Oil and then touching the epoxy model like an idiot. Okay, right. That Nuln Oil should nearly be dry now. Oh, for fudge's sake. One mistake after another. It's because I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. Still not 100% after being ridiculously ill last week. That's my problem. There we go. Just may not be your jam. It happens. You're not going to love every aspect of even your favourite armies. Yeah, I don't know what it is about these guys. Like, when I first got them, when I first looked at them and stuff on the box and whatever, they looked pretty cool and stuff. I didn't have no, bad feelings towards them, so to speak, if you want to call it that. I don't know. They just don't look... I don't know. I don't know what it is about them. Just something about them. Right, the other thing I need to do as well, apart from paint that epoxy silver, is these little balls, which I haven't touched with Nuln Oil, purposely. Lovely. Now the next one. And that little bit in there. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. They're fairly bland in comparison to the rest of the army, especially the elites, which category it falls into. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I enjoyed painting the Scorpec Destroyers. Really enjoyed painting those. And Necrosaur Amentor. Really enjoyed painting that as well. Almost put it together before. Yeah, that's what I done without realising. Assembly before the paint dried. Yep. That would have been schoolboy error. Ta-da! Okay. It looks alright, I guess. Yeah, just not been blown away with this one. Not been blown away at all. But I am close to finishing this model. Very, very close. I need to paint the white as well, so we can paint that green. then we need to do the eyes as well. Lovely. Get in there. Slowly get in there. Yeah, I'm not sure how much more time I'm going to spend on this model because I'm just not enjoying it, you know. Dun 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 dun. Dum 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 dum. Saying that, I'm like, oh, I don't know how much more time I'm going to spend on this model. Like, there's loads left to do. There's not really much left to do. It's all pretty much done now. Yeah, nothing wrong with getting done and moving on. Absolutely. I've got quite a few different things to do potentially next as well. I've got the Tyranid. I still haven't done a Tyranid. So I'm quite keen to do a Tyranid. And I'm really looking forward to doing my Chaplain stuff. Like, super duper looking forward to doing my Chaplain stuff, to be honest. But I want to get all of my other projects out the way first in terms of, like, I've got the I've got the video to finish editing. I want to finish editing the sponging video. I want to do my book review. I want to do another reaction video before I start my Chaplain project. So yeah, it'll be good to come back to. What's his face as well? I've got another one of these. I've got a second one, which I actually sub-assembled properly. So I am going to have to do another one of these at some point. I might be a bit more motivated. I can't quite work out if it's either that I'm bored with the Necron theme, shall we say. I love the army and stuff. So I'm not sure if it's the fact that I'm bored with the Necron theme, or if it's I'm bored with this model specifically, or if it's the generalization of what you call army building or army painting. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if I'm going to be the sort of collector and painter where I look at building individual pieces and then moving on, like treating them as individual projects before moving on. So it depends, because I am slowly sort of starting to think that painting in volume is going to be less exciting for me. Whereas if I get individual exciting pieces or individual pieces that I want to kit bash and do projects with, that's the side of things that will excite me more. It does mean that I may not necessarily go down the route of building an actual army, but the thought of doing like a Titus, a Huron Blackheart, and his retinue for both parts, they're all individual unique pieces, and that really like excites me, you know. Well, you've gone through quite a bit of lead belcher thanks to Necrons. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely going to finish off what I've got. I've still got the 3 Ophidian destroyers left to build and paint, which I will do. I've still got one of these left to paint as well, which I will do. And then I've got 5 Lichguard left as well, which I thought were really cool. So I will get around to those at some point. Michael, yeah, probably am, to be fair. I'm probably going to end up bouncing from like force to force. I really want to do like a Word Bearer's Dark Apostle, for example. You know, the Chaplain version of Chaos. That's how you avoided fatigue. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'm looking. That's what I'm thinking of now, because I'm thinking I love the Necrons, but then I'm thinking like, do I really want to buy a box of, say, 10 warriors, or 5 immortals? I'll probably end up only painting one of each before getting bored. Or it's a case of like, I paint one warrior, and then the second warrior, I'll be like, right, how can I do it differently from the first? Should I go with a different theme? Could I do a kit bash? And that's why I really enjoy Space Marines, because there's so many different themes that you can go with. Kill Team's good for great small different projects. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually, because you're painting different stuff all the time, aren't you? I think eventually I probably will get into kit bashing for this exact reason. Not purely kit bashing, but like, doing some kit bashing. But I didn't think of Kill Team, actually. You make a good point. I might have to look at it. There we go. Fixed that little piece there that was bugging me. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's dry that off, and then it's time to get the old striking Scorpion Green out. So I can fill in those white dots. Nice, nice. I temper that line of thinking. Battle line troops are a different experience than what you've done so far. Necron warriors especially are so easy that 10 of them feel like one of what you're doing. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I think maybe because this one's a bit more difficult and the other one is a bit more straightforward, then yeah, you are right in that sense. Because with the Scorpec destroyers, they were all pretty straightforward in my opinion, and I really enjoyed painting those. Mix it up with your models. That's why I have 2 armies. The other is Eldar. their minis are different and different colours. Yeah, that's it. Different colours, different styles. I think that's what I'm going to want. Is if as long as it's different, it will keep me engaged. And I think that's what I need. There we go. Mistake out the way. There we go. Look at that. That's how I started 2 armies, just so I had 2 different colour schemes and feel switched back and forth. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what it might be, actually, to be honest with you. Because I think when I painted, or when I sponged the Space Marine, I was so happy with it. Like, so happy with it. And obviously my initial connection to Warhammer in the first place was Ultramarines. So maybe it's that. Do. Look at that. Lovely jubbly on the old eyes. Can't complain about that. The gun's looking good as well. Are those 2 balls white, though, on the other one? That is the question. Looking great. Yeah, no, I don't mind the look of it. Paint job-wise, I'm quite happy with it, to be honest with you. It's just I don't know what it is. I just haven't enjoyed painting it. I don't know why. It's just strange because obviously I'm a big Necron fan. There we go. Or just take a break from painting altogether. Summer's coming. Usually paint a lot less. It's not so much the painting, to be honest with you, that I'm not a fan of. Because I don't actually paint that often. I probably paint once a week, maybe, which to some people might be a lot. But yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's the painting as such. I think it's just this. It's for me. I think it's either this unit or it's Necrons. Maybe I just need a break from painting Necrons. But we shall find out. Depends what I decide to do in the next project. I really want to get those Space Marines stripped as well, so I can do some more Space Marine stuff. That might be what it is, because it was Space Marines that first got me into it. It might be that I want to do Space Marines more now. I just got taken off the straight and narrow by the old Necrons. But that's pretty much done, I think. I'm not sure what else. Obviously I could do a bit of dry brushing. Could do a little bit of dry brushing on him. But he's pretty much done if you look at it. Could do a little bit of dry brushing on the face, maybe. Still haven't gone to Tesco. Unfortunately, I haven't known. I need to go, really. It's poor excuse on my part, isn't it, to head over to Tesco and grab some of that stuff. Propranolol alcohol, whatever the hell it's called. I've got it saved on my phone, so I know what it is. And then it only needs an overnight soak, really, or a couple of hours. I can't remember now. Yeah, I should have done it by now, really. I might do it next week. One day when I'm at work or something. Full shower. Yeah, it's quite a nice glow. Can't complain. It's come across quite nicely. That's the one. That's the alcohol. Rubbing alcohol. Yeah. Method, thank you very much. Appreciate the kind words. Glow is quite nice. Can he complain? Question is now, striking Scorpion better than Tesseract Glow? Yes, it is, in my opinion. We just need to glue it together now. That's all we need to do. But I think I might need to cut this off. This little bit here. Because that bit is the bit that would hook on the inside. So I don't know if I need to cut that off before gluing at the top, which is rounded and rounded there as well. Because it doesn't fit right. It wobbles loads, see? Ah, see? I thought as much. Right, let's get that. Let's move my sponges out the way. And my transfers for my Chaplain. So I can get my gear out. Yeah, that's what I thought it'd be hidden by the joint, so I'm not fussed. Right, so let's give this a little clip. Ah, see, came straight off, no problem. Lovely jubbly. Stick those back in there. Perfect. Perfect. Then my glue. Ooh. Get the glue ready. Oh. Oh, sticking out too much, that is. Jesus Christ. Oh, the glue will come out. In fact, none of the glue is coming out. Why is there no glue coming out? What the hell? That's annoying, isn't it? Let's try that again. Yeah, good point. Test it on something else. Oh, well, that's annoying. It's not coming out. Okay, well, gonna have to do it a different way then. There we go. And then hopefully this will work now. Ah, that's a good shout actually, Frankie. I will do that in a minute. I do have a lighter in the kitchen, so... Yeah, it's going to need a bit more glue. It's not behaving the way I want it to, which is brilliant. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. God damn thing. Haha. Looks like we have success. Look at that, it's in. Finally, and then I think the other bits I need are actually in the box for putting it on the base. And put that down. Oh no. Yeah, I think it looks good too. I can't complain. All in all. So what we need to do now, though, is need to get it on its base. What have we got here? So it's designed to have the top of the ball joint to be the connected point. Since we cut it off, it's a peg. Yeah, it should have worked now. It looks pretty solid. Thank the Lord. So I'm going to rest him like that. I need to get that needle sorted at some point. Because I need to sort the rest of this model out now. Right, do we need to get the rest of the base? I need to get the base. Hold on. We've got the base. And then we've got the kit here. Oof. Where the rest of the pieces are for us to get it on the old base. Right, where are we? There we are, Lokhurst. And then I think... Where are we with this then? I think it might be this. I think we're going to need the old clippers out. Yes, we are. We're going to need the clippers. Where are we? Clippers. So, we done that bit last time. So we need piece 29. And I believe that clips into there. Like so. And then clips into there. This epoxy thing won't clip in. There we go. Haha, look at that. And then there's still two other things left to put on there, which is piece 30. Which goes here. Now my favourite part, make your base. I actually don't have any base materials. I need to pick some up. You know, like one of those boxes of materials that you can use. Oh, that's a little skull. Nice. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Just a little skull to go there. If it'll go in, that is. There we go. Nope. Oh my god. The whole thing's just fallen apart. Ah. Alright, you can go in there. You can go in there and stop pissing around. And you can go in there. Stop pissing around. Ah, it's epoxy glue. Tonight has been a shambles. Right, there we are. It's the third attempt at gluing it now. Third time's the charm, as they say. Yeah, the little ones are rather annoying. I'm just giving you shit. Yeah, those are the great parts. I decide where I want them fighting. I know you're only winding me up. I know. I think with the bases, I will get round to doing the bases. I think what I'll probably do is I'll buy like a tub of pre-made terrain, or like a couple of tubs of like pre-made terrain to start with, and then just use those and go from there. No, I'm glad that we would have done the same thing. I think the reason why it came unstuck was because I was trying to get that little skull on, and I just kept knocking it off. Yeah, I think if I end up going down the route of focusing on like main pieces, as in rather than building armies, building like main pieces, I'm definitely going to want to make sure I've got like unreal awesome bases, because the bases will be just as much as part of the project of making an individual miniature look like really cool. So for example, if I decide to create like my own chapter, or I want to like build one marine from each chapter, or I want to kit bash something, like the actual bases are going to be just as important as the rest of the model, and making sure it looks cool. Not dioramas, I'm not doing those, if I've pronounced that right. But here we go. Here is the finished model, not finished in total. Here we have it. There we have it. My first Lokhurst destroyer. Lokhurst destroyer, even. Can't even get my words out. Yeah, I quite like him. I just don't know what it is about the model that just didn't tick the boxes for me, you know? Still a little bit loose. Gonna have to balancing it upside down. The coils on the gun need the green still. Oh! As in here. Yeah, I can't complain, Frankie. It's come together quite nicely. I'm definitely going to do something different for the next stream, though, for sure. I've got a Tyranid. Well, I've got 11 Tyranids that came with the introductory set. And then we've got the Chaplain. Then we've also got the Hexmark Destroyer, the Ophidian. Yeah, Ophidian. I don't know what they're bloody called. As well, these guys. We've got these guys to build and paint. And I got this guy built but not painted. And then we've got a whole bunch of these built as well that haven't been painted. Plus a Chaplain, plus another one of these, plus Titus and Co, plus Huron Blackheart and Co, plus 5 Lich Guards. So there's loads of stuff. Loads and loads and loads of stuff that we can do. Xenos filth. I've got also 5 Space Marines. I've also got 5 Terminators. I got loads that I can do. The Terminators, I am like... Chaplin's probably number 1 in terms of like what I'm looking forward to doing next. And then after that, Terminators, 100%. I've watched so many Terminator videos, it's unreal. But yeah, that's this guy done, guys. And it's nearly 9 o'clock in the UK, and I got work tomorrow. I've got to tidy up everything that I've got out this evening. So it's probably a good place to wrap things up now that we've got this model out of the way finally. So I do appreciate everyone coming along this evening, showing their support, giving advice, sharing tips with myself and other people in chat. Really appreciate everyone who has liked the stream, any newcomers who have decided to subscribe as well, and anyone who has joined the Discord. I really do appreciate the support on all fronts. So thank you very much. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. Like I said earlier on in stream, for those of you that have been around for the most part, I do have plans to release 3 videos over the next couple of weeks, including how to sponge a Space Marine, for beginners by beginners. We've also got the book review for the Horus Rising book that I finished over the weekend. And then I need to work out what video I'm going to react to next. But I'm probably going to lean on you guys for that. I'll probably come up with like 3 or 4 choices, and I'll put a poll somewhere, probably on the YouTube channel and the Discord, and I'll get you guys to vote on what you want me to react for next. So that'll be the next 3 videos over the next 2 weeks, and the next weekend I'll stream again like I usually do, and we will do something a bit different. We'll do either a Tyranid, a Chaplain, or some Space Marines, or maybe all of the above. We'll wait and see. So, like I said, thank you very much for everyone who's come along and shown me their support this evening. For everyone else who's still in the thick of it, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care and stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.